Hello, the Atelier Nekuzuki stream. My name is Katie, and it is 10 after 10 here. We're going to see how long I last. I don't know what it'll be, but we're going to try. We are working on getting the Kato bags sewn. What I had to do before I came on stream is I went through and actually, so I'm going to move that up just a tick here so you're not like having to look at that. There, and then I think you're fairly straight on and everything too. There, I think that's better. I don't think that's any better than it was. Oh well. Anyway, I went and repressed the interfacing onto the fabrics because last night I noticed that some of them were loose. I did not go in and do the ones that we've done the work on last night because they are in an extremely specific order because of all the clipping and everything like that, and so I just was like, we are not going to mess with these right now. I will press them some other time. Now these are upside down from the time that we pressed them originally, and now they're upside down again because nothing can stay straight. Now, these dark ones that have that will need black top stitching on the drawstrings, I will talk about this ad nauseum. We will be doing them with black top stitching. I'm saying those ones aside. They're going into the generalized pile, but I'm saying them aside for now onto the cart, and then we are going to put the canvas bottom to the Japanese fabric exterior, and then we're going to sew the pockets like we've been doing for everything else. Okay, so there's the matte side there, and then here is the matte side here. Good, okay. For some reason, one side of the canvas is like shiny. So it's like, I don't really care if the shiny side, well, okay. I prefer when the shiny side is not out, but my big thing is it has to match. So whatever, if like the little bit shinier side is out versus the matte side, but it has to match. So that's what most of that is all about. All right, so we're just gonna jump right back into getting these put together here. Well, I guess 3 minutes into the stream we're going to do that. Whatever, I'm sure you guys can deal. And then, yeah, I don't know. I looked at our screen time numbers yesterday when I got back upstairs, or this morning or something, can't remember. I looked at them at some point in the last 24 hours, and I went, okay. We are limiting the screen time as much as we can today. So the kids did, at Christmas, they got little like, meteor, painting kits. And so it's like those little pigmented kits that have a, brush and everything included. And so they painted those, which was a lot of fun, and then they made some bracelets, and it was actually a very productive day for all three of us. I was quite happy with that. And then we did do some TV time in the afternoon, but they did not get their iPads, mostly because I was exhausted. I'm like, all right, you two are still acting, or had hit the point of super feral. It was super windy outside today, like unpleasantly windy. They did go out on the deck a little bit because I was like, well, they were asking to go out, and I'm like, I'm not going out, but they went out for 2 minutes. So. And then we're chatting a little bit about Japan, because I'm still like ravenously daydreaming about going to Japan. Showed the eldest a video of like the Shinkansen, and they were drinking milk, and they were like, I want to drink my milk on that really fast train. I'm like, yep, I want you to drink your milk on that really fast train. So, like I said, still fiercely daydreaming about it. I'm pretty sure it still has to stay a daydream for the next couple of years, but you know what? It's good to daydream. It's a good thing to like motivate my butt to get downstairs instead of just being like, even though it's late, I'm still here. I'm still showing up. So that's just what I gotta do. And that's not a complaint either. That's not even a cat problem. It's the truth. I am struggling with the motivation a little bit right now, so anything that gets me down here is probably a good thing. And I did not get my taxes done, but I did get some work done on them. I got all the, so Shopify halfway through last year finally started billing us in Canadian dollars, or added the option of billing in Canadian dollars. But it meant that the first half of the year was still in USD, so it's just like, ugh. I had to go in and do all the conversions and everything like that. Because it's not like I'm prepared and have this done before April. Although I don't see very many small businesses that do. It's more the question of just like making sure I know where all my bills are or receipts are. So, all right. Which I had thought that I had actually lost all of my receipts from Japan, and I'm like, no, because that's all the fabric that goes into inventory and everything like that. But I found them. I tucked them away safely from the kids, and then I had to move away the place that I'd like tucked them away safely in somewhere else. Oh, because it's always an adventure. Double checked with the study, and they actually are doing the May challenge, and okay, that'll be white top stitching, so we don't need the canvas. Anyway, they're doing the May challenge again, so I got in, and they had a killer deal on the first month's pass, which is awesome. I signed up with that, and realize that these should be going in this pile anyway, because that claims they're like lining. Anyway, I went in and I signed up for all my classes. I think I ended up signing up for 40. The challenge is for 30. I've only participated in this challenge once in 2019, and then for obvious reasons have not been able to do it since, including travel last year. But Dallas is off on vacation this year, so I get to go as much as my little heart desires. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And this is basically going to replace running for the month of May. And so the studio's really cool because they do like combo. They've got yoga, spin, and Pilates now, which is new. They've always had, it's usually before 2020, it was like spin, yoga, and bar. Those were like the three classes, three categories. But now they've expanded into Pilates, and they've got a mobility and movement class now. So I'm signed up for that for the month because I'm like, that is something that I could use. Signed up for as much yoga as I can get for May, because I always say I'm going to do the YouTube videos, and then I don't. Get to the end of the day and you're just like, oh my goodness. So Dallas gets to do bedtime for most of May, and I am going to flitter off to my classes. I think this is fair. Actually, some of the classes start after the kids' bedtime, so it's going to be like, it's going to be wild to be out doing that. And then I'm kind of like, all right, and then now what am I going to do in May? But I'm like, I got to tidy up the studio. I think that's like the first order of business in the first couple days of May. after spending some time with the kids, is going to be cleaning up this basement. So I think the Wednesday, that's what I'll be doing. I won't be able to really live stream that unless, I guess we could do like an ASMR of it, but it's not like I can like have my mic hooked up to me because I'm wired now. I still need to find, well, okay, I need to decide if I'm going to like purchase that next camera with the wireless mic with it, because I always hear really good things. Oh, actually I do need to figure out if, so I just had a brainwave of like, that camera kit has like a creator kit that has a wireless mic in it. Based on the reviews I've seen of it, it's like one of the best wireless mics I've ever heard. But I just realized that it's kind of useless if I can't use it with other tech. So if I can't use it with like my phone, then I'm still going to need another mic anyway. Maybe what I need to be doing is finding a good wireless mic and a good phone gimbal, although that doesn't solve the issue of wanting to, because part of why I wanted the second camera was being able to record vertical video as well as this horizontal video. Am I going to do anything with vertical video though? Well, from the Japan adventures, yes. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to have to think on that a little bit. It would be a savings if I didn't buy it, so. But a wireless mic would be extremely useful, so. And also, while not cheap, definitely far less expensive than a gimbalized camera, so. Alright, so I feel like I've already gotten through more by this point than we did by this point last night, which is heartening, because I think we only ended up getting through, I say only, I think we got through about 15 to 20 last night, which is still pretty good. But, and we are still technically ahead. Right now, we're just going to basically hang on to our pants and see how far we get. Do I do white stitching? No, I think this gray, like charcoal one down here, the dusty charcoal here, should be a black thread. Although at the same time, the white would almost just, like, it wouldn't blend into that, but it wouldn't stand out very much either, so. Oh, and it's the carousel next anyway. Actually, the strawberries are apparently clipped to their lining. It's carousel next, which is definitely going to have black top stitching. So, pop this off. Clip those back together. And I did actually get, I was going to say I got dishes done. I did not get dishes done today. But I got some laundry washed at least. And one load in the dryer. So I'm like, all right, we'll get there eventually. Did get clothes sorted though, so at least they're not like all sitting out in the hallway right now. They're clean. But like, we all know, I think as adults, that washing clothes and putting clothes away are two very different chores. I need like, isn't it the Jetsons where Rosie like, was it the like had an auto fold or something like that, or like the closet folded the clothes for you? It is interesting that they had a robot made when they had all the technology that they had. Now that you think of it. Okay, shiny. Yeah, shiny. Now, do we want it to be up like this? Yeah, I like that. Because that gives a couple carousel horses and a couple teddy bears right side up. Friend, I was telling her that I was booking classes for May for this challenge. And she's like, can I join you? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I sent her the video of everything that I'm booked into, and I'm like, I'm in this bike for everything except for like one class. If you have questions, let me know. This is an abnormal month. It's gonna be busy. All right. I think white will look fine on it. We're just gonna go with white for it. Whatever. I think black will be too black and like dark against it if I do that. So, and since it's already got its lining clipped to it, may as well keep the lining clipped to it. Who cares? Oh, and then this interior or the exterior needs to go over here as well. Keep these careful packages together. I've been very careful about that so far. I'm stuck to like stop being careful about it now. We are currently potty training our youngest, and it's not going well. Although granted, with our eldest, it didn't go very well for the first while either. They did pretty good, but like they had really good days and then not so good days. But I am over diapers, and they are old enough to potty train for sure. But they just like refuse to communicate until after. So I guess it's like trying to get them to figure out that they need to go before, or they need to get to the potty before they go. So I don't know yet. I should probably talk to the school and see if they have any recommendations actually, because they will have dealt with it a lot. It's good to get established too, because with Dell's being home for a few weeks, it's like we've got two people on board to like really reinforce it. Because admittedly, it is like harder to do it when there's just one of us. We're going to top stitch this one with white. And then go. And the next step that we're going to do is we'll turn all these pockets. And we will top stitch them and baste the these things together. The drawstring channels. Oh my goodness. Like, what do I have in my hands right now? And then the next step for these ones, I've already got this done. So this section done will be to stitch the base to the exterior, and then we'll go across and put the pockets into the linings. And then when the exteriors are like attached, we'll go in and do the equivalent to the few that need to actually have their black top stitching done on the drawstrings. That's what it is. Oh, that broke the thread. Okay. Chain piecing is awesome until you like end up having a piece that doesn't go under the machine quickly enough and it breaks everything. Well, not everything. It breaks the thread. Go. We're almost done this bobbin anyway. I bet you in the next like 5 minutes it'll probably be like, and I'm out. And I will be sad. This is one where we will definitely need to do the black top stitching. So this and this will go into the pile. I was keeping them out. Oh, what I should be doing is I should be just pulling their linings and clipping them with them, because why I was keeping them out was so that they could, I could easily pick them up and do it. But yeah, no, let's pull them and pull the lining, attach the lining, because then when I pull everything out, I can still attach the pockets to the lining when we baste the... And then it'll go into the pile here. Okay, so that is there. This was last. This is next. No, they still need to be pulled out. That's right. They need to be pulled out because their drawstrings aren't getting done right now. Right. Okay. One. Okay, a lining for the carousel horses. I think there's 2 more in there that need linings. Eek. Oh, of course. There we go. Retrieved. Yeah, and then there's 2 more. That floral burst pattern and the windows onto Japanese gardens. Okay. So now they don't have to be like in perfect order over here, but you know, better than nothing. And then the hedgies need a lining. There's the fish lining. And the hedgies need a lining. I can't remember where the hedgies came into the sequence, so I'm just going to steal them from just under the Sailor Moon esque print there. Okay. Now what'll end up happening is that, yeah, it'll just be easier to admin, I think. I don't know. Oh, wait, is that the right? Okay, yeah, that's the right width. Flin Flon. What you doing, buddy? Yeah, I know you're being a cat down there. What you doing? Mm-hmm. You are a very pretty kitty. All right, now we'll make sure that yeah, there we go. Oh, it actually ran out in the pocket and I didn't even notice because it's all like... Okay, so I'll have to redo that little bit of pocket there. Swap out the bobbin. Okay, the pile on the cart is actually diminishing, which is a good sign. Granted, it has most of the stuff, so it's going to show the most dramatic kind of diminishment as we go here. Okay. Pockets, 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 pockets. We're over 50 bags. It means we're going to end up sewing over 50 excuse me, over 50 pockets and over 50 drawstrings channels. It's a lot of pockets and drawstrings, guys. Like a lot, a lot. That is a daunting number right there. Whew. Sweet. That pile is getting a little bit large back there, but I think we'll survive as I like knock my tripod around. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Just a gentle rocking, you know. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so those are the next two. Sweet. Okay, so this is first. That needs black top stitching, I am sorry to say. Well, I'm not sorry to say, but it does. So we'll grab a lining piece for it. Actually, the next two are dark. So yeah, they both need to have their linings pulled, and then they can just pop up there. Okay, so that means that this piece and this piece, and then I'll just clip them to the interiors. And actually we'll just set up the next piece as well, because why ever not? Pretty obvious what color pockets these are both getting, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so I think the goal for tomorrow should be that I get to, I don't know, we'll figure it out. I need to put a little bit more work into my taxes tomorrow. Although I'll probably do that once the kids are home from school, because we'll just have a chill evening. And then, yeah. Yeah, like, actually, it's pretty obvious what obvious enough what these pockets are going to be that I will just sew both sets right now. The big thing is matching up the pockets, like, with the interiors. Once, you're like, and then matching those interiors and pockets to the bags. So that's where this is going to well, it shouldn't fall apart, because we can sew the interiors and exteriors at the same time and just chain piece them together more or less. I'm not too worried about that section. I think we've got that section figured out. I need to check the stitching line on that, because I think it might be too close. Yeah, I did not catch it. I was like, that wasn't even on the fabric. There we go. That's happier. Just in the middle section, apparently I wasn't as straight as I could have been when I was cutting, as it can happen. All right. Matte side, shiny side, matte side. So shiny sides are out. Matte and matte. I think shiny sides are in. Okay, so I'm going to put shiny sides out in the case of both of these. And this is very slightly, that's not super directional. But I think we're going to sew it this way. Go, flip it over, pop it back underneath, and let's go. Okay, so I do feel like that will put us at 12 more down-ish. So we should be around the 20 mark right now for how many are left, I hope. And if we are, that means we're like 60% of the way through, which would be exciting. Okay, this one is definitely directional, but all the flowers point the same way. Oh yeah, so I got it. So when I was redoing the, because most of these needed re-adhering of the interfacing on the piece that was like the back piece. So basically what I did is I just flipped the top, or changed the position on the top and bottom pieces and re-adhered the whole thing because I was like, well, if the top piece isn't fully adhered, that gives it an opportunity to get a second like soak basically and get the everything adhered for sure. And it's like meant that the bottom piece definitely got adhered. So I think that's just how we'll do it in future. Obviously, I was playing around with the settings. Maybe if the settings were higher, it would work, but like it didn't work with the interior, so I'm just like, it's always a learning curve. There's always something new to learn, which is exciting and annoying and everything in between. Okay, actually, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to actually choose or pull the ones that we are going to do white top stitching on and pull the ones that we're going to do dark top stitching on. These are all within a lining color, so I'm not worried about like them not matching up later. The Sakura are going to get, okay, so we're through to Sakura down here. So the Sakura will get white top stitching. So we're going to take the webbing and the canvas and we'll put it in the pile behind me. Like this. And then what happens here is that they'll get white top stitching and then, yeah, as the aforementioned pockets, top stitching, blah, blah, blah. The only thing being that, okay, so that one's done. Black fans are going to definitely get black top stitching, so we're going to actually leave the canvas and the exterior. Actually, the rest of these are all getting black top stitching. So ding, 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 lining. These ones are all pretty obvious. I feel like these ones are far more obvious than most of the package we ended up working with last year, to be like blunt. It's just kind of like, really? Come on. Made such a fuss about having to have this all like nicely laid out, and then it's been just easy peasy. But do you know what? Maybe that's because I did so much legwork in the sewing studio. Let's go with that's because I did so much legwork, because I don't know otherwise. Okay. Cranes are definitely... What I'm going to do is I'm going to clip all of these together like this, and we're just going to put all 3 sets of, or however many sets of blah-de-blahs we have to do later on here. It looks like the blue fans are here, and they are going to get white top stitching, so they will be odd man. Oh, so we need to leave one lining out then because of that. Okay. Like I said, massive learning curves every single time. Hopefully it'll help keep my brain sharp. Although most days I just feel like I'm like, oh my goodness. It's not like decision fatigue, it's just mental fatigue from everything in the brain. And I'm sure there are lots of moms who can like wholly relate to that, so. And parents, not just moms, parents. Okay, and then that is the line there. So we'll start with that. And now all of our packages have been transferred correctly. Every time I say packages, I do giggle a little bit. It's not even like a suggestive thing. It just... I'm like, come on, Katie. But it's kind of funny. All right. And I don't know why package has that and parcel does not. So. And it'll only really be funny tonight. It probably won't be funny like tomorrow when I have to package up a bunch of orders. So, you know, it just is right now. This fan fabric is so good on all of these colorways. I keep saying that I like the black the best, which is true still. But this blue is also like so gorgeous. It's just such a good combo. Alright, so I have been doing a really good job of not counting how many we have left, but after I finish this set, I am going to count, mostly because I do have stuff I need to do in the morning, i.e. getting children to school, and I need to go to the gym. I know I keep saying that I gotta do that and then I don't go, but I am going to go tomorrow. Also because it's like a short run tomorrow, so it's not like there's much. Gotta go do leg day, and I gotta go run half an hour. 40 minutes. I do 40 minutes because it's like that's 5 minutes of warm up, 5 minutes of cool down, and then 30 minutes of running. And I'm going to do a very slow shuffle run. And when I say slow, I mean like to keep my, because I'm heart rate training right now, to keep my heart rate in like zone 2, I have to do like a 4 mile per hour and a 3.2 mile per hour like interval. Now, I'm just kind of like freehanding that interval. I don't have any set intervals. I just kind of go and I watch my watch until it goes like, until it's like, no, you're too high. And I'm like, okay, I'll believe you. All right, so the drawstring there, and then the pockets are there for that one. So let's do an exterior here, and then we'll do another set of pockets, and then another exterior, and then another set of pockets. So that's what we're going to do. And knock everything off the desk, because why not? Okay, so there's a set. There's a set for the sloths. And then there's the set for the fans. Excellent. Alrighty. And then there's the canvas for the cranes. These cranes are turning out far better. I'm really glad that the pattern fell where it did, because I thought that these were going to be too large of like the print size was going to be too big, but apparently not. So I'm quite pleased with how they're turning out. I think we cut the navy one as well, but it just ended up not quite making the cut. I think it's like in the next set of pockets. I think. I don't actually know. I can't remember. There's been a lot of fabric. Okay, now the question is, do we want those two upright? So it'd be this guy and this guy, or do we want that one right there? And the peonies are kind of like, and the chrysanthemums are more the focus. This one's going to end up being taken up by the drawstring quite a bit. And this one's going to actually be taken up by the seam quite a bit, both seams. So let's focus on that one and the florals then. And yes, I just 100% put that upside down into the machine. It's fine, but this machine definitely does prefer when the canvas is down and the interfacing is up. I don't know why. I don't need to know why. It just is what it is. Okay. Good. I've seen that the peonies are in bloom in Wakayama in Japan already, and I'm like, no! I really want to go during peony season at some point. Makes me, it's like, damn it. If we didn't have peace, we would have been doing that, like, mad dash trip. It would have been funny because I don't think, like, I feel like the kids would have been really good in some ways because they wouldn't know what jet lag was, because you just do all the things. You don't have a choice if you're there for, like, because this would be like a fly out on Wednesday, fly home on Monday sort of thing. It wouldn't be even as long on the ground as what I did in November by myself. And then you come home and they'd be back into, like, their home time zone. Obviously, totally not happening. We're going to peace. But, like I said, I am ravenous to go. I'm going to keep an eye on what flight prices do in September, which is always a better time to go anyway, because it gives me an opportunity to, like, get through show season, basically. Because you never know. There's a direct flight out of Calgary, the same afternoon after Canmore Half Marathon that Dallas is home for. That would give us, like, a few extra days. Bad. Wait. I have a magnetic scene guide right there. Although I just dropped one of my most important fortune cookie fortunes down. I will have to find that. I'm like, wait, that is the right line, right? And it's like, yeah, that's the right line. All right. Cool. This one's easy because it's just to the edge of the foot. So seam like guide doesn't really do much. It's better for the stuff that's a little bit like further out from the seam or from the foot itself. This guy makes such an amazing Kato bag. I'm so excited for it. So excited. Oh, so excited. I'm whispering and I don't even really know why. Okay, there's the mat side. All the little threads. All the little threads. Get out of here. There we go. You too. So we want to do that. And then it needs to go this way. Okay. Okay, just make sure that's still the shiny side. Still the shiny side. Okay, there we go. Flip and go. Alright, now the drawstrings. And then we'll do a count. We have definitely made a very good dent in that pile tonight. I thought it was like broken thread, but we're good. We're good. Sweet. Clear that out. Put it back. There we go. One more seam on this drawstring. Nope. It got mad. Are we good? Okay, we're good. But I am going to need to reset that bobbin. Okay. Pepper thread is good. Where did it go? There it is. It's like directly under one of my chair legs, of course. Okay, wind the bobbin back up. Got the pockets for that Sakura bag to go. And then pockets. Then we'll do a count. And then we'll do as much as we can tonight. No guarantees. Like I said, I can't be too late. I'm probably going to work till about 11:30 again tonight. It's just after 11 my time. So let's actually just do the count right now before I do this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 26. So I must have had closer to like 40 last night then. Because we've definitely gone through more than like 4. We've only gone through like 8? Maybe we've only gone through 8. I don't know. Whatever. 26. Okay. So maybe we'll try and I think we can get through the next 6. And then I'll wrap up on the last 20 tomorrow when I come on stream for the day. Because trust me, tomorrow is going to be a day. A capital D day. And not as like a D day. Just capital D day of getting sewing done. I was debating if I was going to swear there or not. And I'm like, nah. I think you'll all get it. You can fill in the blank there. Okay. I do think making, like, transferring the packages over for what is actually getting sewn and what is not was probably the best way to do that. So we're going to start there. This one obviously is going to get white top stitching. It's this crochet flowers in like blues. So we're going to pull off the webbing, the canvas, and then we'll keep that, and since we're doing this anyway and I've got them separated, I may as well also clip it to its interior, because why not? It's one less thing to have to deal with later when I'm already handling the fabric. Okay, so bunnies are going to get sewn to their canvas, and then their drawstring and webbing will be later. It looks like we've only got one other white stitching, so that's good. Go. Actually, why I say that is because then we're just going to pull that, and then we're just going to clip all of these darker ones onto this set here. Go. Yeah, okay, and then so we're going to do turtles next. That clip was like yeet. I like a goldfish jumping out of a fish tank. Terrible as that is. It's like, I'm out of here. All right, and then the butterflies. I don't know why I left that one upside down, but you know, whatever. All right, butterflies. So we need the canvas and the pockets. And the next one is the strawberries. And so we've got 3 linings here. 1, 2, and 3. We're good. Okay. Strawberries. In this case, we will definitely be doing white top stitching on the strawberries. So we'll do the rest of this later. There's its lining. Lining, come with me. You also go over here. Go. Okay, so I probably should do that set, and then we'll move on to the next set of them. Oh, we're getting so close. I think we're actually almost to the point of paw prints. So maybe if I end up having enough energy, no, I'll just work till, we're going to work just till 11:30, or else I'm going to be in a cranky mood and demotivated to do anything tomorrow. And I need to do the things tomorrow. So, talk myself into something, talk myself out of something, talk myself into something, talk myself out of it. All the time. Okay, apparently that was just a square. So these will need a little bit more care then in how I'm actually using them. Actually, these blue ones might look best with black top stitching as well, which changes the game too. White might be a little bit too, well, black's going to be pretty stark against it though too, but I think white might be even worse. So meh, it's high contrast. high contrast. That's what it is, because I can look at the white right now because that's what I'm stitching with. So high contrast. Well, there is that one housekeeping cat that does need its bag stitched with black thread. I think it just needs its pocket stitched into the bag to be able to like go to the next step, basically. So maybe I'll take a look at that before we put the black thread in to do the other work. Alright, so we're working to get the pockets sewn up for the Kato bags right now. This is actually a Kona cotton that I've had for literal years. It was for one of the first kits I ever did with someone. With another dyer. Before I was even I was using some Japanese fabric, but I wasn't using a lot, so it was a really cute kit. The Seipen cowl was designed for it, the snowflake cowl. And then the bags were a really dark navy snowflake batik. And then this was the lining that went with it. It's really gorgeous. I still have the batik as well, so I was just realizing, I'm like, do you know what? I should just put that into pockets too. But there's absolutely no reason for this blue to be hanging around when it can be perfectly serviceable inside these Kato bags. So, you know, that's where we're at. All right, shiny side out. Or down, whatever you want to call it. Okay, did this adhere correctly this time? It did. It's just stuck to itself, or stuck to the other piece. I want you guys facing up. So this is a cotton dobby, which means that it has a slubby warp and weft. It's really dark navy. And then the butterflies are a really nice pop of color against the background. And it's a fairly thin fabric, but the dobby does add a really like interesting texture and body to it that you don't get outside of these dobby fabrics. And I've never seen a dobby fabric outside of Japan. Granted, I don't shop at like super fancy quilt stores or anything like that here, or even just quilt stores typically. So that might be part of it, but I haven't seen it outside Japan anyway. I feel like it would make like a really nice garment fabric in some ways, because the slub would give it structure without like I feel like it still has a fairly good drape, I guess would be the description. Listen to me, I am not a garment sewer at all. That actually should be measured. I think we're fine. I think these ended up being, yeah, they're basically squares, so. If you're worried about the pile here, I am too. Getting a little bit out of control, but we're almost there. I'm not going to move it now until it falls over, and then I'll curse everything because I'll probably take the camera with it, or the phone with it. And need to be everything will need to be reset. Okay, so that's the shiny side. That's the matte side. That's the shiny side. That's the matte side. Okay. Turtles. Turtles next. Ooh, I don't need both pieces of turtles. I just need one piece of turtle. Like that. And this side. There we go. This one's cool too because, so it's like a nice dark indigo navy. And then it's got like basically lighter spots of pattern. And then the turtles are really bright pops, and all the turtles are like decorated with Japanese motifs. So super fun. Right? Shiny. Okay, good. Now my debate for tomorrow is what kind of gear do I need to pack my kids for preschool? Because it's like windy AF. But it's not like snowy. So I don't know. Actually, I probably should just pack their little like splash suits. Because, that would make sense, to be honest. So it would act as a windbreaker and stuff like that too. And then I guess mittens and a hat or something. Okay. Shiny. Not shiny. Shiny. Not shiny. Excellent. And then that is the obvious way to do this one is this direction. I'm just like looking at this and I'm like having to like adjust it a little bit as it's sewing because I haven't pinned it. And I'm like, I am so glad I don't need to go along and pin or clip all of this canvas. That would be like, if you need to do it, do it. But my goodness, that would actually probably drive me nuts. Doing the like ribbon pinning in the large box bags is phew. Just phew. Having to do this like canvas would be intense. Okay, we are definitely coming up at to the end of the bobbin thread here. I'm just realizing, like, probably within the next couple pieces, it seems like. If it doesn't end on this one. No, we're still good. Alright, so maybe we'll make it through this set kind of thing, because we only got a couple more pieces here. Got the pockets and we got the drawstrings. So let's just do the pockets, because, oh, no. They need a measurement. I'm like, they're folded. We're good to go. No, we're not. Of course, because of course we're not. Just getting nice and settled in, and it's like, nope. Request denied. I feel like these were all pretty square though anyway, so I don't think it really matters. Except in this case. Alright, that is the width. Haha, I called it. It ran out in the middle of this pocket. Alright. Never mind. I was like, we'll get through this set. No, we're not. Sorry, I thought I heard the kids, but apparently not. We're still good. which is good because I would like to get through at least the last of this bag, or the parts that we're working on right now. Okay, there we go. Here, not around there, like that, and then that. We're good and settled. Sweet. Okay. Zip. Actually, we'll pull the bobbin thread quick, 'cause that's gonna help. Just make sure it doesn't bird nest at the beginning, or doesn't eliminate the opportunity to bird nest, but it does limit it. So, yeah. There we go. Now we got the next one going. I'm still questioning whether this needs to be stitched with black or white top stitching. The white would be extremely high contrast. So now I'm like leaning more towards it. Probably should be stitched into the bag with black. Which, like, it's fine. It's just adds another element of like, oof, okay, we gotta change the thread now. Alright, there's something weird happening upstairs, so I need to head out. I will chat. Well, let me just check on the video camera here. That was a weird noise. Alright. I'm still going to head up. I think my youngest might have opened their door and gone out. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a fantastic night. Thank you for joining me. We have 22 bags and 2 drawstrings left to do, so we cranked along pretty good tonight as it is. I know that these bags just take a long time, so I am actually very pleased with where we're at, because if there's 22 left, that means we're well over 60% of whatever we need to do. So thank you so much, and I'll chat with you all in the morning. I'll post a link on Instagram if you follow me there, or subscribe to me on YouTube and you'll get a notification as soon as I go live. So I'll chat with you all